want that tea. I want that tea. Go ahead and pour it. Ooh, that tea is hot. Oh, I want that tea.
Oh, hello. Would you like some tea? I'm about to partake. This is a wonderful tea that I am very excited about. Well, you know, sometimes people find out stories about you and it disappoints them. They think you're so perfect or you're so wonderful or you're so nice, and then you tell them a story that does not put you in a good light, and that's what I'm about to do right now. I hope you all forgive me. But here's what happened. I used to be a server at this restaurant. And some of our clientele, our guests, were not good people. I'll just say that right out. They were not good people. That's a delicious tea. Anyway, I had this family come in. I don't know where they came from, but they sat down, and the purpose of this family was to irritate me and to make my life miserable. Like, that is what it felt like their purpose was. Everything was just a game to them. I was like, hi, my name is Aaron. And they're like, we're not ready yet. And I was like, okay, I've not even finished my greeting, but okay. And I said, well, I'll be right back. And I would take a step, and they're like, oh, wait, okay, yeah, no, now we know what we want. And so I would turn them back to the table. Yeah, what can I get for you? And they're like, yeah, we're not ready yet. And they did this several times, and it was very irritating. And they would say something, you know, kind of underhanded, and then everybody would laugh, and it was just very irritating. They were very rude people. One of the ladies was like, you know, my drink has been halfway empty this whole time. It was not. And so this is really going to affect your tip, you know, which, by the way, you should never tell a server what you're about to do with their tip, because that can affect your dining experience in a pretty major way. So I was like, man, I kept telling the other servers, I was like, I hate this table. I wish they'd leave. And so they got their food and everything. They wanted to complain about their food. They complained about everything, blah, blah, this, blah, 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 whatever. And then they wanted a dessert. So I was sitting there ready to write down their dessert. We only had 3 desserts, so it wasn't like it was really difficult, but they were taking forever. Can you please describe the Oreos? All right, it's fucking cookies, man. It's like, it's chocolate, vanilla chocolate. Ta-da! And then ice cream on top. And then they're like, can you describe the chocolate brownie? And I was like, oh my God, it's a basic chocolate brownie. Just a square with some sugar on it. Ice cream on top. Just taking the time, being super rude about it. And I had had enough. I didn't know what to do. I was like, I'm so sick of this. I don't know what to do right now. You can't yell at people. You can't tell them they're stupid or they're mean or whatever, because that's bad guest service. And the weird thing about guest service is, like, with customer service, you have to take a portion of abuse from people who don't know how to act properly in public, because you want their money. Or the company wants their money. They don't really care what happens to you, but they want their money. And they get their money by you being nice to people who were clearly raised wrong. And so anyway, I didn't know what to do. I was like, I'm about to crack. I'm about to flip this table. I'm about to drop something. I'm about to say something rude. I do not know what to do with this energy. And so I looked beside me, and at the end of the table, like here, they had placed their baby in the high chair. And so it was me and this baby, and I was just looking at the baby, and the baby's looking at me, and we had this kind of understanding. And the understanding for me was, I'm about to do something horrible. And the understanding from the baby was like, I live with these people, I completely understand. And so we're looking at each other. I'm trying to describe an Oreo cookie to the best of my ability. And they're just cracking jokes and being awful and being rude and whatever. And I thought, the only thing that I can think to do right now, except for lose my job, would be, you know, to fart on this baby. So I weighed out the options. I was like, it's mean it's not the baby's fault, but you know. And then I was like, it'd be hysterical and probably would be a great story to tell later on in life. So I was like, I think this is it. I think this is what I'm supposed to do. I think the Holy Spirit has told me clearly what to do in this situation. So I looked at the baby, and the baby looked at me. And the baby started crying. And they could not get the baby to stop crying. And that was probably like the most delightful, joyful response. Because they're like, I don't know what's wrong. He won't stop crying. I was like, I know what's wrong. So I'm like, I'm going to give you guys a minute. Did you want me to go ahead and put those Oreos in for you? And so I came in the back and I was kind of like this. And my friend was like, what is so funny? And I was like, I just farted on that baby. So that was a low moment in my life, really. Something that I clearly delight in, but is not something that one should do in civilized society. Oh my goodness. Oh, thank you for stopping by.